Well, we only have nine commission members, which means we need a total of five. Right, so we need, yeah. I don't know, do I count as, yeah, I guess I count as a quorum. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, he resigned. I have not heard anything. However, let's face it, if you can't make tonight's meeting, get your 25 bucks for what you do about 15 minutes worth of work. This is one of the ones where we get the average hourly wage back up a little bit. Oh, that's it, man. That $10 will change my life. You know, I've always done this just for the money. Oh, absolutely. Actually, I didn't even know you were going to get paid. You know, 6 months after I started, I get this check from the county for $25 a meeting. What's this? Oh, wow. That would be. Yep, I got them both. Yeah. I just let you both know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're 60% of the way there. Mike, we got Mike. Oh, we got Penny. We're one away from gold. And it's only, you know, it's like 7 minutes till. So. Hi, Penny. Okay, we got Steve, and looks like Gavin. So. Penny, how are you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing fine, thank you. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, good evening.
Gavin, or do you have your mic lit up? I'm well. How are you? Another beautiful day, and I didn't miss it. I like all of it. Oh, here's Mike. And Nathan, can you hear me all right?
I hear you wonderfully.
Good evening. Mike, can you hear me all right?
I'm here.
All right, good to see you.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have down here? All right. Nathan, you doing all right today?
I am, I think.
Good.
This is Gavin. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, Gavin. Thank you.
Thank
you. I won't do that again. Yeah, I'll leave it alone, I promise. Looks like we got everybody but Scott at this point. At least everybody's accounted for.
see where Maria turned 26 yesterday.
I did. I wished her a happy 26th birthday.
I used to do that silliness too until somebody said, "You look pretty rough for 39." You know what?
Rode hard and put up with.
Yeah. I said, "Oh, I hadn't thought of that." So I became one of the aides.
I do not post my birthday on Facebook. Makes me antisocial.
Yeah. It's the one time a year you hear from half of your, 80% of your Facebook friends.
I get the email every day, so and so's having a birthday, and I always make sure I wish him a happy birthday. But yeah, I'm not exactly the king of engagement on Facebook.
What entertains me is my first batch of sixth graders that I taught are now turning 40.
Oh, wow.
And there's one or two of them that have kids coming up to sixth grade themselves. I'm going, I really am old.
Not old, your experience, Chuck.
Yeah. Well, this is the year my teaching certificate lapses because I don't think I'm going to even bother. Well, they put back in the proviso, for a while they were short of teachers, so they took away the provision where you have to get so many college credits or whatever to renew. I said, sure, I'll keep renewing. Here's my $15. But they put it back in, and I enrolled last year, but of course, all this happened, and so I stayed off campus. Because I'm old enough to go to UGA for free. 62 and a half.
That's cool. Can you do that in grad school too, or just undergrad?
Yeah. Well, if you can get back into whatever level you left. So I have a master's degree, so I applied for grad school, and I can take. In fact, they snowed me under with, "Do you want to be a PhD?" I said, "I don't think I have enough time."
So conceivably, if I have a bachelor's degree from somewhere, I can go into a graduate program.
You can apply,
Yeah.
and if they look at your graduate or your undergraduate, then accept you.
Well, if they look at my undergraduate, there's probably not a lot of risk.
But see,
I went to Carolina in the early 80s.
well,
And most of it was kind of a hazy fog.
so even though it's free, they're going to want you to take the GRE, which is tough when you've been long gone. If you take your GRE, after 4 years of college, it's pretty easy. But
Yeah, no, I'm toast. I'd have to be on a pity program. I'd have to be an old man quota
Well,
hire on that
that's
deal. That's the only way it'd happen.
that's the Ollie program.
What age do they not count the GRE?
Well, no, see, you can do all the undergrads if you want.
Yeah.
So if you got into college ever, even if you never finished, you can get back in at the undergraduate level. But if you're applying for grad level, you have to qualify for grad level. And either that's because you did it before or you take a GRE.
All right.
But they have the Ollie program, which is the social
Yeah.
system for the.
All right, as it is 7 o'clock, we're calling tonight's meeting of the Oconee County Planning Commission to order. Good evening and welcome to the March 15, 2021 meeting of the Oconee County Planning Commission. We are a recommending body to the Oconee County Board of Commissioners. Decisions made tonight on rezoning requests and other issues will be forwarded to the Oconee Board of Commissioners or appropriate city council for final action. By the way, y'all are making it real easy because you're like the only people I'm talking to. So thank you. This is the procedure we follow. The Oconee County Planning Department staff presents their report and recommendations on each request. Public input is received from the petitioner or petitioner's representative. Public input is then received from a group representative or any individual speaking in favor of the request. Public input is then received from a group representative or any individuals speaking in opposition to the request. The petitioner or petitioner's representative is allowed an opportunity for response or clarification. The public input session will then be closed. The Planning Commission will discuss the request and may ask questions of Planning Department staff and/or the petitioner. Upon a motion and a second, and after any discussion of the motion, the Planning Commission will vote on the motion. The commission may elect to approve, modify, place conditions on, table, or deny a motion. We ask that you observe the following items regarding public input. Upon approaching the podium, please state your name and address, home address. Please direct your comments to the Planning Commission and not to the audience. When there are multiple speakers, please avoid repeating statements made by previous speakers so that there is time to hear from everyone. And we ask the audience to extend the courtesy of not applauding or commenting on any of the speakers. We'll make an exception tonight. You can applaud, because I mean, why not?
If it's
All right. First order of business is the approval of the minutes from the February 15th, 2021 meeting. Commissioners, if you would please indicate any corrections, modifications, or changes. If there are none, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as written.
All right. We have Nathan Byrd with a motion to approve,
And I'll second. That's Penny.
and Penny Mills with a second. And Mike, how do you vote?
Yay.
Nathan?
Approved.
Still don't see Scott. Right, okay. Chuck?
Approve.
Penny?
Approve.
Steve?
Approve.
Gavin?
Well, I would approve, but I just noticed a discrepancy that I think I may need to bring up. Just quickly, if you can glance over on page 3, you got the description of the 2 paragraphs. In regards to the item of the Simtech fence, one of them says along the western property line, one says along the eastern property line. Those both should be the same, whichever it is.
That'd be the eastern property line, would it not?
I believe so.
All right, we will make that correction. Can we proceed with the motion without going back to the drawing board?
Yes, I would have approved that.
Okay. All right. Nathan, would you adjust your motion to reflect the correction?
Yes, I as amended.
All right. Penny, are you okay with that? All right. Does anybody have any problems with that? And Gavin, are you comfortable voting yes for the corrected minutes?
Yes.
All right. Motion carries. First order of new business, there is no old business, is rezone P21-0007, Diane Holly Downs, AG to AR.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. You have before you this evening P21-0007, Holly Downs, the owner. This is located in the western portion of the county, just off of Cold Springs Road. You see the aerial picture of the subject parcel. Again, it's the property is zoned AG in the Country Estates character area. And again, the request is from AG to AR in order to divide the parcel into 2 lots to bring it into compliance with the UDC. Currently, you'll notice there are 2 structures that are single-family structures on the property. So with this rezone, it will bring it into compliance. And this is the concept plan that is shown in your packets, with the 2 lots being proposed, approximately 2.2 acres and a little over 4 acres. And planning staff recommends approval with the 1 condition.
Thank you, sir. And now we'll hear from the petitioner or the petitioner's representative.
I'm Harvey Downs. I live at 1517 Cold Springs Road. What was the condition? I didn't hear him explain the condition. He just said there was a condition.
It's a pretty standard condition that what it basically says is that the improvements that exist on the property will be consistent with the unified development.
Okay, I understand that. The house was built in 2013. It was properly permitted. We went through the planning department, the building department, whatever the steps it has to go through, all the environmental steps. So everything was done above board, permitted. I have a septic tank. I have access to a well. This would be on my mother's property. I live in the front part of the property. So I believe when we built that home, there was no AR designation. So in order to come into compliance, we had to have it rezoned, which meant we had to spend a bunch of money to get that done. So we would just ask that you approve the rezone as he presented.
Thank you very much. I have no one listed signed up to speak either in favor of or in opposition to the request. Do we have anyone online? Since we have no one, I'll close the public hearing and return to the commission. Mike, do you have any questions or comments?
No questions or comments.
Nathan?
No questions or comments.
Chuck?
Real quick for Guy, I should look this up myself. AG, the real change that we did is AG, we minimized 5 acres.
Yes, sir. The minimum AG is 5 acres.
So because we can't do 5 each, that's why we.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, I should have looked that up.
Penny, any questions or comments?
No questions or comments.
Stephen?
None for me.
Gavin?
Sure.
All right, if there are no additional questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion.
This is.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
this is
Sure.
Gavin, I make a motion to pass. Yep.
So Gavin, do I understand you to say you made a motion to approve with conditions?
That's correct.
All right, and do we have a second?
Stephen Strickland, I'll second.
And a second by Stephen Strickland. Is there any discussion? Mike, how do you vote?
Approved.
Nathan?
Approved.
Chuck?
Approved.
Penny?
Approved.
Steve?
Approve.
And Gavin?
Approved.
All right, motion is passed unanimously. As there is no other business on the agenda, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Stephen Strickland, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And do I have a second?
I'll second. This is Gavin.
Gavin, second. Thank you, folks. Have a good evening. 10 minutes.
Excellent. I like those.
Thanks,
kind of meetings.
Brad.
All right.
Thank you.
See, either way, that's a record breaker because it's the first Zoom. Under 10 minutes. See,